This is DSG Herald News. We begin from the global stage where space exploration and rising geopolitical tensions dominate headlines. Then to Africa, where politics and football controversy shaping the conversation. And finally to Nigeria, where security and economic realities take center stage. The headlines. Artemis 2 nears risky Earth re-entry after historic mission. US-Iran revive talks as Israel strikes Lebanon. Museveni secures 7th term, extends decade-long rule. CAF rejects Senegal protest over AFCON final decision. US shuts Abuja embassy, evacuates staff over threats. Terror attack kills Nigerian Brigadier General in Borno. World Bank says 140 Nigerians now in poverty. The full story. Now to the global stage. We begin with a major milestone in space exploration as Artemis 2 nears critical Earth re-entry phase. NASA's Artemis 2 mission is entering its most dangerous stage. The Orion spacecraft completed a lunar flyby and began its re-entry to Earth within the last 24 hours. NASA confirms all systems remain stable as astronauts send back deep space data and images. The crew has now traveled farther from Earth than any human in history. Re-entry will trigger extreme heat and a temporary communication blackout. Recovery teams are already positioned in the Pacific Ocean for splashdown. This mission sets the foundation for future human exploration of the moon and beyond. From space, we turn to rising tensions on Earth. Attention now shifts to the Middle East, where US-Iran talks resume as Israel expands Lebanon strikes. Tensions are rising across the Middle East despite renewed diplomacy. The United States plans fresh talks with Iran in Pakistan, led by Vice President J.D. Vance. Iran insists any ceasefire must cover all conflict zones. Israel continues strikes in Lebanon, targeting Hezbollah positions under Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Meanwhile, Iran is tightening control over the Strait of Hormuz, disrupting oil shipments. This situation threatens global energy supply and regional stability. Diplomacy continues, but the risk of escalation remains high. We move now from global development to Africa. In East Africa, Uganda prepares for a historic political movement as Museveni secures 7th term, extends 40-year rule. Uganda prepares for a historic political milestone. President Yoweri Museveni will be sworn in on May 12, 2026 in Kampala. He won 71.6% of votes in the January 15 election. Opposition leader Bobi Wine secured 24.72%. Museveni, now 82 years, has ruled Uganda since 1986. The government says the new term will focus on economic transformation. His extended rule continues to shape Uganda's democratic and political future. From politics to sports, controversy is brewing in African football as CAF rejects Senegal protest over AFCON final decision. African football faces a major controversy as CAF overturned Senegal's 1-0 win against Morocco and awarded Morocco a 3-0 victory. Officials says Senegal violated rules after players walked off the pitch in Rabat. Senegal's government has accused CAF of corruption and demanded an investigation. The Football Federation has appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. CAF President Patrick Motsepe denies wrongdoing and welcomes legal review. The final ruling could redefine trust in African football governance. Now to Nigeria, where security concerns dominate headlines. First, a major diplomatic development in Abuja as U.S. shuts Abuja embassy, evacuates staff over security fears. Security concerns have triggered a major diplomatic move in Nigeria. The United States suspended operations at its Abuja embassy on April 8, 2026. Non-emergency staff and families have been evacuated. Visa services in Abuja are halted, while Lagos operations continue. Meanwhile, tragedy has struck Nigeria's military in the northeast, where terror attack kills Nigerian Brigadier General in Borno. A deadly attack has struck Nigeria's military leadership. Brigadier General Oseni Omo Brahima was killed in Bani Sheikh, Borno State. The assault targeted a base under Operation Hadin Kai, 75 kilometers from Maiduguri. At least 18 soldiers are feared dead, according to local sources. Troops repelled the attackers, forcing them to retreat after heavy fighting. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu described the victims as national heroes. The attack highlights ongoing insecurity in northern Nigeria. Now in the economy, new data reveals a troubling trend. World Bank says 140 million Nigerians now in poverty. Nigeria's economic reality is worsening despite easing inflation. The World Bank reports poverty rose to 63% in 2023. That equals about 140 million Nigerians living in poverty. The figure increased from 56% in 2023. Inflation dropped from 34.8% in 2024 to 15.1% in 2025. However, incomes have not kept pace with rising costs. The bank warns recovery will be slow without jobs and inclusive growth. Those are the top stories shaping our world right now, from historic space missions and rising global tensions to Africa's political shifts and Nigeria's pressing realities. Stay with DSG Herald News for clear, verified, and timely updates you can trust. Stay informed, stay ahead. For more details on all these stories, visit our website, dsgradio.com. And also remember to use the subscribe button for more updates. You can also find us on all social media platforms.